guys, this video is going to be a book review of The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu, which I got for my birthday last year. This book is very highly praised as it won the Hugo Award, the Nebula Award, and the World Fantasy Award, so when I got a copy, I was very excited to get on with reading this book. The Grace of Kings takes place in a world that is mainly made up of the islands of Dara, which is comprised of the 7 supposedly equal Tyro states: Kokru, Gan, Han, Amu, Rima, Fasa, and Zana. For the last 14 years, the other 6 Tyro states have been ruled, after a conquest, by Zana and its emperor Mappadere. Mappadere has great plans for uniting the kingdoms. Unfortunately, he's also quite a cruel man, and he naturally ends up oppressing the people quite a lot. Not long after Mappadere dies, a rebellion forms against his son because of how cruel everything has been under both of their rules. Both of our main protagonists, Matazindu and Kunigaru, are involved in the rebellion against Mappadere's son. Kunigaru is a relatively common person who ends up becoming a jailer and then a bandit, and then he ends up, by popular proclamation, being the Duke of his hometown. Meanwhile, Matazindu is a God's blessed scion of a disgraced noble house that fought for the longest time against Mappadere's rule until he actually took over. As the two of them join forces, they win many victories. However, will their friendship and the rest of Dara as a whole survive after the war is won? What do the gods have to say about all of this? You'll have to read and find out. I really enjoyed this book a lot. Fantasy is my jam, and so I was all up in this. It was great! The setting of the islands of Dara and the 7 Tyro states was really fascinating. Like, the way that each state kind of interacted with the others showed a hell of a lot of thought had gone into the world building of this book, and I really always appreciate a lot of world building. It really gives me a lot of enjoyment. I also appreciated the fact that the world was more rooted in a different culture than the general medieval European fantasy. This was based more in the Eastern Asian culture, and it was a lot fresher because of that. I also particularly like the characters in this book, with a particular emphasis on Kuni and Mata. Kuni is much more of a man for our modern times, being a feminist, or at least respecting women, which is a lot more than his contemporaries do, and being a much more forward thinker, thinking towards what could actually happen in the future. He's keen to find ways to modernise the lands of Dara, and also to find the best in each situation. Meanwhile, Mata is much more of a classical hero, a Herculean figure, who is just really, really good at fighting. Really, really, really good at fighting, and is pretty short-sighted. He doesn't see consequences. He doesn't understand people unless they have a mindset similar to his. And when he does see people, he doesn't understand them. He doesn't value them unless he has actually seen their worth in a particular way, the way that's most cogent to him, the battlefield, or if they've done something for him in other ways. It really speaks to Liu's quality as a writer that he's able to write these very, very, very different men, give them the right chemistry for each other, and actually be able to sort of balance the way their stories are told. And they're both really quite sympathetic characters, even after the split. You can kind of see that one of them's becoming more of a bad guy, but like, you still like him. And I think that that's a real testament to his skill as a writer. And all the other characters in the book are really well written as well. From Gia to Rin to Jin, to Luan, and even Marana and Narman. They're all really, really well-written characters. Each of them felt really, really realistic and quite distinct from one another. They were all their own character, which doesn't always happen. I felt that one of the major themes of this book, How History Will Remember You, was extremely engaging and really made me think about how it actually worked, because there's a lot of points regarding Mappadere, Kuni, and Kikomi. They all bring really good points to the table on that, because Mappadere is solely remembered through the book, well, almost solely remembered through the book, as being a cruel tyrant who did nothing of worth, where he really was trying to unite the lands of Dara under his banner. He just didn't see the small picture enough to be able to balance the two. So, as much as the good he could have done, he didn't. Meanwhile, Kokomi's story was really, really interesting because she wanted to be more than just a pretty face. She wanted to be more than just the inspiration. She wanted to be actually important and save her kingdom. But when given the chance to do so by betraying the other states and thus, you know, screw everyone else over just to make sure her kingdom was safe, it didn't work out so well. She was given the choice of betray and possibly be the one to have saved her kingdom, or to be remembered as a harlot-y person, a stupid child who fell in love with the wrong person and then was convinced to kill people for it, but actually save the rebellion and get rid of the Zanans. She chose to let herself be tarnished, but actually have saved the thing, to save what's actually important to her. And I really found that one an interesting story, an interesting subplot. This theme of memory, or more accurately, legacy, was very strong throughout the book, and I'm very, very keen to see where it goes in the next book in the series. I did have one criticism of this book, but having thought about it a bit more while writing the review, I'm not sure I agree with it anymore. In fact, I don't think I do. I think I also might have stolen it from someone else's review on Goodreads, and thus not going to really go there too much. The criticism was lack of prominent female characters. I don't agree with that anymore. There's a lot of really good characters. Jin, Jia, Soto, Risana. There's so many of them. There's a lot of really good prominent female characters. What I think is more of a charge against this book, though, is lack of LGBT+. I don't feel like there was enough of that. I hope it gets explored in the next book, but I don't know that it will be. It's, you know, it just gave a heteronormative vibe, which is quite usual in the world, generally. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this book. It was really good, and I can't wait to read the next one in the series. Comment question for today is, how would you like to be remembered by history? Would you like to be infamous and deadly and everything? Or would you like to be remembered kindly? Or would you just not want to be remembered at all? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.